morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Track stopping back at y'all with another one. Thank you for tuning into 808s and Kicks. So, before we jump into things, I just want to put out there, this video is not a flex, this is not me bragging, and this damn show is not a video to make those feel bad that wanted to get these sneakers and they wasn't lucky enough to get them, because I was feeling the pain. I put some work in, and by the grace of God, I was able to get me a pair of these. So, another thing I want to throw out there is, I know you guys have seen plenty of videos on these 85 breads, and I'm not going to bore you to death. This is just basically me giving you guys, you know, a little bit of how my experience went in the process of getting these, and just, you know, my you know, my appreciation for having these shoes. You know what I mean? With all that being said, let's jump right on into things. All right, y'all, here we are. We back. So, yeah, these sneakers were so hyped up. They were so limited. You guys, that's, you know, it was so many people putting videos out on how the stock numbers was and all that. Nike know exactly what they're doing. Looking at how they've been doing things this past, you know, it's still 2025 is still early, but looking at how they've been doing things with the Air Jordan 1, you know, these Bred 85s, the Unions, like, you know, the low top Royals, like, they didn't even release them. The Royals didn't even get released here. They got released overseas. Nike know what they're doing. They're creating fear of missing out. They're creating, you know, they know what they're doing. They're doing very well at the marketing. And speaking of marketing, the way that this sneaker was marketed, I think that they did a decent job. You know, for all the time and effort that they put into marketing the sneaker, I think that's what made it hurt a little bit more for those of us that wasn't able to get a pair. You know, and yeah, it was just a bunch of madness. But enough of all that talking. Let's go on and bust these bad boys out. All right, guys, here we have it. Your Air Jordan 185. This box, nice and smooth. You know, nothing too flashy. Of course, you got that black and that red color on that box, and that Nike writing. You know, it never gets old. I got these in a size 9. My size, true to size. Usually with Air Jordan 1s, I go true to size, guys. I don't usually go up half a size or go down half a size. I usually go true to size in these bad boys, because that's just, you know, how they fit me. You know what I mean? But let's go and bust these bad boys out the box. So when you busting them out, it's nothing special going on here. You get your white paper. It doesn't even say like Nike on it or nothing. It's just plain white paper. They kept it simple, right? Just like it was in 85. All right, guys, here we have them out the box, fresh out the box. These Bred 85s. I'm so glad and so blessed that I was able to get a pair of these. First taking them out the box, that brand new sneaker smell just slaps you right in the face. So Nike wanted to keep, you know, they did their very best to keep these specs on these shoes as, you know, as close as they could to the original pair that came out in the 80s, guys. And I gotta say, they did a really good job. You know, they did a good job with the marketing. They did a good job with just, you know, trying to keep the sneaker looking original and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm just truly blessed that I was able to get these. And how I got these, I'll be honest with you guys, I did not really pay resale. With a lot of my videos, I make content on a lot of sneakers. So basically, some of those sneakers I don't wear. Some of those sneakers I don't plan on wearing. A lot of sneakers I get is just because I want to make content. And what else should I do with them? You know, I can return them and get a refund, or I can flip them and get whatever I can extra off of them, even if it's an extra $5 or $10 and stuff. And so what I did basically, guys, was just on my GOAT account, I was selling the GOAT. I sold more than a few pairs, and that GOAT credit and stuff just started, you know, racking up, and there you go. I had enough to get these, and resale wasn't too high. My size is a size 9. I know it's probably going for like 500 or something right now. If I'm wrong, the price has been going up and down. But what I did do, I kept my eye on that resale price, and I told myself, as soon as it go under 500, it doesn't have to be crazy low, you know, but as soon as it go under 500, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and that's what I did, guys. But enough of that talking. Let's get more into this sneaker. So of course you have here your Bred 85s, or should I say the 85 high cut Breds. You know, the band sneaker. This is the one that started it all. Of course, if you guys know anything about history, the very first sneaker that Jordan wore was not these. He actually wore the airships. But with these here, these Air Jordan 1s, these are the ones that really did it. Like, even in a commercial back in the days, these are the sneakers that Jordan had on his feet when you saw the 2 black boxes over the shoes and stuff, talking about him being banned and all that. Yeah, you got that card on there, and that card right there is, you know, that's what does it for me. You know, it's that this card is that original picture of Jordan at that photo shoot. And look what if you guys look closely, he's not even wearing the 85 Breds on his feet. He's actually wearing, if I can get that light to stop shining on it, there it is. He's actually wearing those black toes, you know what I mean? A little something to just keep in mind, you know? I can't stress enough how happy I am to have these sneakers, guys. Like, this is definitely one of my grails. Outside of the Galaxy foams, this is definitely one of my grails, and I'm just truly glad that I was able to, you know, do what I can, put a little bit of legwork in, and get me a pair of these. But talking more about the sneaker, this is not like your other 85s. This is not like your other Air Jordan 1 Breds that we've seen. Now, a lot of them on the toe box, you will see like that little bit of tumble leather and stuff. This leather is actually pretty smooth on this toe box. Looking at, you know, feeling it, I don't think these are gonna crease crazily. I actually seen a video online. This guy, he was doing like a test with the sneaker, and he was like, you know, standing on the toes, bending them and stuff, just to see how the leather will hold up and how it will wrinkle and stuff like that. And they actually held up pretty good, guys. They didn't wrinkle too bad at all. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you guys ever get your pair of these, or just, you know, or whatnot, you know. Bottom of the sneaker is pretty much the same like every Air Jordan. You get your Jordan 1 sole on the bottom of the shoe. You get not one but 2 laces, and majority of those old school OG pairs of Jordan 1s give you those double laces. You know, you can't go wrong with the black. You got your set of red laces, and that's pretty cool, right? On the tongue, of course, you get your Nike Air. You know, can't go wrong with that. Yeah, this is all around just a beautiful sneaker, guys. I mean, there's nothing more else that I can say about it, you know. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is the guy that did it. You know, I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. Now, with a lot of Jordan sneakers, we talk about Tinker Hatfield a lot, but nobody ever really talks about Peter Moore, the dude that basically, you know what I'm saying, made it happen. He made it possible, you know, for us to have what we have today, you know, from the wings and just the design of it and stuff. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit like he should. You know, everybody knows about Tinker, and this is not me throwing any disrespect towards Tinker, because I rocks with Tinker Hatfield big time. I truly do. If it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have all the other Jordans that we have today. But I just want to send a special thank you to Peter Moore. You know, rest his soul. He was the one that made this possible for us to have what we have today. You know, whoever would have thought back in those days, Nike paying $5,000 a game for Jordan to be able to play in these sneakers and stuff. Whoever thought back then we would have what we have today, you know? But I'm not going to talk you guys' heads off. We're going to get a closer look at this bad boy, and then we're going to wrap things up. Taking things back to 85, we have here a major classic that Nike decided to bring back and give us. The Air Jordan 1 85 Bred, or like some like to call it, Band. With those red and black Chicago Bulls colors all throughout the shoe, that famous Air Jordan 1 Wings logo on the collar, and that famous sole that we see on all Air Jordan 1s. Nike branding here on the tongue, and not one, but 2 sets of laces. Nike decided to try to keep this sneaker specs as close as they could to the original that released back in the 80s. And they did a very fine job. So what do you guys think? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Either way, one can never say this sneaker is going out of style anytime soon. All right, guys, there you have it. A look at the Air Jordan 85s. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this was not a flex. This is just me, you know, sharing a little bit of my happiness with you guys. I literally had to sell some sneakers and stuff, and I wasn't gonna stop until I got a pair of these, guys, you know. Yeah, you know, the sneaker guys was good to me, and I'm truly feeling blessed right now. But I definitely love to know what you guys think. Are you guys a fan of these breads? I know a lot of people, even before the resale thing, I know a lot of people was not a fan of the $250 price tag. I get it. But Nike, you know, they did their thing. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they executed well. But definitely drop some chit chat in that comment box, guys. I would love to know you guys' thoughts around this whole, you know, sneaker itself in general, how you feel about it, and just everything, you know. And if you guys can, if you may, hit that subscribe button down there. Yeah, you know, the one that got the little bell next to it is free. I like free, and I know everybody else like free. So yeah, hit that box down there, go and subscribe so you can stay up to date on the latest and greatest whenever I'm dropping something new, or I might be just dropping one of my beats or something, you know. But other than that, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Stay blessed, stay fresh. Love your loved ones like there's no tomorrow. Until then, I'm gonna see you guys very, very soon on the next one. Peace.